In this video, I'm going to talk about basic mathematical operations in JavaScript. Now, some of these you probably know already. Here I have two variables, x and y, and I have a variable called answer, or ans, and it is x plus y. And when I print it out, as I'm doing in my document.getElement by ID, I'll run this thing. And yeah, the answer is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. Well, that's no big deal. And of course, the other mathematical operations work just as you would expect. Multiplication is with the asterisk, and if I run that, yes, 3 times 4 is 12. You can do subtraction just like you would in regular math class. It subtracts. And divide is with the slash here. 3 divided by 4, yes, it is 0.75. Well, there's one other operation that you might not be familiar with, and that is the remainder operation. And maybe I'll change my numbers here a little bit. I'm going to do 13 and 4. Intriguing. So this operation is a remainder operation, and you might remember this from Snap. It was called mod in Snap. This says what is the remainder of x divided by y, and remainders are always whole number answers, right? So this is basically saying if I divide y into x, what will be left over? So in other words, 4 goes into 13 3 times, well, that's 12, with 1 left over. And if I run this, yeah, the remainder is 1. So this works exactly the same way as it did in Snap. It just tells you the remainder, the whole number remainder of division. Sometimes it's confusing if I go the other way. This is confusing to students a little bit, and I get that. So this is basically saying 13 goes into 4, right? X is 13. 13 goes into 4 with what left over? Well, 13 does not go into 4, so the entire 4 is left over. You have to give that one some thought. That's a little bit tricky. Yeah, if the number does not go in at all, this entire y value is left over. I know sometimes that messes students up. One more thing, of course, I can make a very complicated expression if I want. I can do, just like in math, I can add, subtract, right? I can do x times y divided by 2 plus, I don't know, 7. And of course, I can run this right here. Just like in math, it does the parentheses first, and then it does, PEMDAS, and it does add, subtract, multiply, divide, just like it does in math class, and you can write a very complicated expression. Sometimes students make the mistake of putting parentheses next to each other like this, thinking that this is going to divide because, if you enter this into your calculator knows, if you enter this into your calculator thinks you're multiplying. JavaScript does not know that. You can't just stick parentheses next to each other. You have to have an operation here. If I want to multiply, I have to say multiply. You can't just stick them next to each other. Oh, also sometimes students think that they can raise something to a power just by using, this is called a caret, x times y squared. Will that square it? Oh no, JavaScript does not know that either. You cannot square by doing that. We'll get into squaring later. So that's about it. Super short video. Basic operations, add, subtract, multiply, and divide, and the % sign is the remainder of division. All right, real short. Thanks so much for watching.